Highlander the Search for Vengeance is an interesting film because those behind it obviously get the Highlander universe in my opinion. In fact, I go so far as to say this is probably the best Highlander movie to ever be made after the original starring Christopher Lambert. Story-wise, Highlander the Search for Vengeance focuses on Colin MacLeod, who is on a quest for revenge against Marcus, another immortal, for crucifying his wife over 2,000 years ago. Of course, over the centuries the two have battled again and again, only for Colin to receive a brutal defeat that ends up with him being saved by happenstance, such as falling through the roof of a church, or the fight being interrupted by fire or others. Regardless, Colin continues his quest for revenge through thick and thin, and along the way is pestered by the spirit of a druid who constantly ridicules him for wasting his life on a meaningless quest. Of course, things come to a head once again as Colin and Marcus find themselves in the same location all over again in a dystopian New York. And while I could probably go into more details about how Dolly is the reincarnation of his wife, or how she tries to get help from Colin by offering her services as a prostitute, those details are far less interesting than the flashbacks showing Colin and Marcus' previous battles, or their personal histories and choices over the centuries. And while those parts of the movie are pretty good in my opinion, the Achilles heel of the movie is the ending. The ending is just a little too cliche and obvious in my opinion, with Colin finally finding the strength to defeat Marcus by letting go of his hate and achieving a state of inner peace after centuries of turmoil. Add in the fact that Marcus' quickening manages to wipe out a deadly virus that would have killed everyone in the city, and it leaves you with an ending that feels a little too pat in my opinion, even if you include the part about Colin's love interest being killed, since her death was so obviously foreshadowed that didn't even feel like they gave the audience a subtle hint so much as kicked their foreheads in with combat boots.
Hey, you don't need that. All you need is me.
Animation-wise, the movie would probably be better if it didn't contain so much obvious CGI. It just clashes with the bulk of the movie and can sometimes push me beyond my ability to suspend disbelief because of how fake it looks. The other thing that most caught my eye in this movie is how scantily clad the two most important female characters in this movie are. I realize that one of these women is a prostitute and the other is Marcus' immortal slave, but their lack of attire is noticeable throughout the entire film, and is sort of distracting in my opinion, since I'm not watching a movie about immortals that fight to the death with swords for fan service. Voice acting wise, the movie is decent in my opinion, with most of the voice actors doing a decent job. Although a few bits do fall a bit flat, such as when Colin is giving a rousing speech during a flashback.
To freedom! To glory! In the name of honor!
I don't know about you, but that speech really doesn't leave me feeling all that inspired. The background music throughout the movie is pretty good in my opinion, but the lack of Queen in the movie is noticeable. I guess Highlander and Queen sort of go together like peanut butter and jelly, but what we do get isn't that bad. Highlander the Search for Vengeance isn't a bad movie in the grand scheme of things. Its flaws, in my opinion, just hold it back from being anything truly amazing like the original film was. Or maybe my nostalgia for the first movie just clouds my ability to accurately judge it, but at least this animated movie is better than the sequels we got with actual actors and sets.
I think I'll take you with me. Colin, I will see you again.